As you can see, there is no room for debate.
Objection! Why, it's you!
Sorry it took me so long to get here, Athena. Bello explained the whole thing to me over the phone. He asked me to come help you out in his place. Thanks for coming. I hate to admit it, but I was having a real tough time on my own. Oh, I don't know. I think you were doing just fine, all things considered. And you hung in there, giving me enough time to get here. Now, let's turn things around. Just gonna comment a few things here. I don't like how Phoenix completely takes over here. Now, I'm fine with Athena having panic attack, anxiety attack, more like traumatic flashbacks. They can suck and come out of nowhere and really fuck you over. But I don't like how Phoenix just, well, takes over as the player character. I do kind of wish Phoenix would be the co-counsel and you have Athena. He plays Athena and he's like kind of aiming you in the right direction. Bam, let's do this. Yeah, anyway, that's just blah. Before the first cross-examination even. Like, to be fair, Phoenix did panic first time around too, but this is technically not the first time, which... Anyway. You got it, boss. Ho ho ho. Look who showed up out of the blue. If it isn't Mr. Phoenix Wright, you always manage to surprise me. Your Honour, Mr. Payne has called for an early ruling, but I believe there are still many things that need to be deliberated. How did Miss Wood's fingerprints wind up on the stuffed animal tail? How was the bomb even detonated? Until these questions are answered, I assert that it's impossible for a fair ruling to be made. You are absolutely right. Let us continue from where we left off. I assume you have no objections, Mr. Payne? None at all, Your Honour. Miss Woods really looks like she's having a hard time. Junie's been really struggling, right? There! Junie's really struggling, Mr. Wright. I get the sense she's afraid of the courtroom itself. Because of yesterday? Yeah, it was understandably very traumatic for her. Poor thing. And here she is, back at the courthouse again, being so brave. I'd like to make a request, Your Honour. If at all possible, I'd like to have Miss Woods rest in the lobby. Given the defendant's condition... Very well. I grant special permission. You go get some rest, Junie, and leave the rest to us. Okay, thank you. Sorry about this. Phoenix Wright. I've been looking forward to meeting you. It's been a while, Mr. Payne. You're more clueless than I heard. I do believe you mean, how do you do? For I am Gaspin Payne. I am the younger brother of your long-standing rival, Winston Payne. What? Long-standing rival? When were we ever rivals, let alone long-standing? You'll see, Mr. Wright. I will cleanse Winston of the disgrace he met at your hands. Looks like this royal pain is going to be thoroughly unpleasant as the other. Your Honour, the prosecution would now like to call a decisive witness to the stand. This witness will testify as to how the accused detonated the bomb in the courtroom. Very well. Please call your witness, Mr. Payne. Witness, your name and occupation, please. Witness? Name, Ted Tonate. Occupation, bomb disposal specialist. Oh my, what a strange robotic voice you have! Speech synthesis via typing. It is the same as me talking. He sounds exactly like a robot. Can't you speak in a normal manner? I can. He can. But I do not like to speak. Speaking is inefficient. Energy expenditure. Speaking greater than typing. Understand? What an odd witness. Mr. Tonate was charged in the bomb for that trial and was there when it went off. Being a bomb squad specialist, do you have any relation to the defendant? Negative. I first met the girl while on this job. Many people are employed by the police. I know only a fraction of them. However, I was shocked when I first discovered the body of the victim. Shocked? I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body. So he was the first to discover the body, was he? He is here to testify about the circumstances surrounding the moment of the explosion. Very well. The court will hear Mr. Tonate's testimony. But at the very least, show this court some respect and remove that face guard, witness. When the bomb went off. The bomb was originally disarmed by me, then transported here as evidence. Bomb name HH3000, operated by timer or with a remote. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. I saw that the bomb's timer was counting down. So even though the bomb was supposed to be disarmed, it somehow got switched on? Precisely. Activating the timer is very simple. 1. Connect wires. 2. Switch on timer. A monkey could do it. I am sure even you would be able to, Mr. Wright. I guess this makes you the blue monkey in this barrel of fun, boss. I'd now like to begin my cross-examination. Mr. Tonate, what is that? HH3000, aka a bomb. Bomb? Great googly moogly! Yak! Mr. Tonate, I demand that you disarm it this instant. Disassembly complete. 5.3 seconds, 0.2 seconds short of my personal best. Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I'm not exactly a spring chicken, you know. This is an exact replica of the HH3000. It is used to practice disarming bombs. Disarm equals success, explosion equals failure. An exact replica of the bomb that exploded, is it? So that's what it looked like. I submitted a photograph of the real bomb taken just before the trial. Dimensions, 10 inches height by 10 inches width by 10 inches depth, weight 12 pounds, a perfect replication. Your bomb does appear to be a very good copy indeed. Yes, however, I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. It has a very puzzling wiring setup. It is regrettable I could not replicate it. Witness, that's enough. There is no need to replicate anything here. 3000 bomb, updated in the court record. And now if the defence would begin their cross-examination. Where Where has Miss Sykes gone to? Athena, you can come out now. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's get to work. I guess you were pretty scared, huh? What? I don't know what you're talking about. She was about to bolt. Hey, put a sock in it, widget. As transparent as ever. Now, let's see. Where were we? We were at the cross-examination. Oh, cross-examination. Of course. She seems disoriented. I wonder if she's alright. Maybe I should ask Athena if she remembers how to cross-examine, to help her focus. Now, I'm just going to go through both options. Better ask. Athena, you remember how to conduct a cross-examination, right? What? Of course I do. What kind of lawyer would I be if I didn't? You'd be Phoenix. Now, don't get upset. But what do you say to humour me with a little review? You got it. Basically, we examine a witness's testimony and compare it against the court record, searching carefully for any inconsistencies. This green text represents a witness's testimony. Touch the right arrow to advance the next statement of the testimony. Touch the left arrow to go back the previous statement. Place close attention to the testimony, and when you've found an inconsistency, touch present to open the court record. The court record contains information on all the evidence we have at our disposal. You can use it to look for the fact that conflicts with what the witness has said. When you find something, present that evidence to refute the witness's statement. And if nothing conflicts with the witness's testimony, well, that's when you press the witness for more information. Find any inconsistencies or lies in the testimony and reveal them to the court. That's what cross-examination is all about. Looks like you remember it just as I taught it. Hey, got a happy face. Happy face. And it was a nice refresher course for me. You can't find any contradictions? When you flub it up 2 options, don't be afraid to ask me for help. Tap the consult panel when it appears. So that's one of the easy things they did in the game to make it easier to play. And I'll let you know where I think the suspicious statement is. Yeah, they made that. Sounds good. I'll be counting on you if I get in a bind. Alright, it's cross-examination time. Now we're going to see what happens if you don't ask for the refresher course. Nah, no need for that right now. She'll be fine. I'll do everything I can to help. If you can't find... Oh. So this is... It does the... See the consult feature, it does that as well. Time for cross-examination. When the bomb went off. Right. Let's press everything. You say that you disarmed the bomb, but are you really sure it was disarmed? Absolutely. I can disarm anything. In a flash. In a flash. That looks more like dismantle than disarm to me. Oh, pardon me. Let's see. Is there any chance you could have forgotten to disarm the bomb? Impossible. I do not make rudimentary mistakes like that. They say to err is human. Although the jury is still out on this guy. If you must know, Mr. Wright, according to the court's own records, the fact the bomb had been the fact that the bomb had indeed been disarmed was officially confirmed. I guess I can rule out the possibility that he forgot to disarm it. Could you talk about the bomb in a little more detail for the court, Mr. Tonight? Certainly. Okay. What was the approximate size and weight of the bomb? Okay, dimensions: 10 inches height by 10 inches width by 10 inches depth, weight 12 pounds. This information is also written on the photograph. Ah yes, here it is, on the back. According to this, the case is made out of an alloy plating 5/16 of an inch thick. That certainly sounds like one thick and very heavy bit of metal. I bet if I dropped that thing on your foot, you'd be hopping. If you dropped that thing anywhere, I'd be hopping for the nearest exit. Very well. I believe the court has heard enough about the bomb itself. So, Mr. Tate, you were keeping an eye on the bomb? Where were you watching from?
Hold it!
Why were you in the gallery? My duties may have been over for the moment, but I wanted to keep watch. Even though the bombs was disarmed, you can never be too careful. Explosive devices are very dangerous things. Ah, how admirably responsible of you. A model to be emulated. I practice disarming bombs every day. I practice assembling them too. The disarming part I get, but assembling them? Well, I'll have you know that I practice presenting evidence every day myself. I see, but do you ever practice having evidence presented to you? Presented to me? What? No, Then you cannot very well call yourself a professional yet, can you? Grr, that does it. I'm gonna start practicing having evidence presented to me every day. And you better drink some coffee, boss. We're gonna be pulling an all-nighter. I can't help but laugh at this. I don't think that would be necessary. Or worth either of our time. So, Mr. Tonate, what did you witness from the gallery? So the bomb's timer was counting down. You saw it counting down clearly, with your own eyes? I'd hardly think a timer as small as the one of this bomb could be seen from the gallery. These goggles help me see very small things clearly from very far away. I can even see what you had for breakfast by looking at your tie. Why do I suddenly feel like a bug under a magnifying glass? I guess it's possible he saw the time if he was wearing those goggles. I'm not so sure. There's something that just doesn't sit right with me. I don't think I follow. The bomb was completely hidden inside the stuffed animal, so well concealed, in fact, it didn't even look like a bomb at all. So you're trying to find testimony that conflicts with the evidence, right? That's right. Listening carefully to Mr. Tonate's testimony is just the first step. After that, is taking a look at any evidence that seems relevant. Remember, you can touch present when you want to open the court record. If you find evidence that conflicts with the testimony, present it. Let's see. This testimony is about when the bomb went off. So I'd think that what stated in at the time would be pretty important. A bomb that didn't look like a bomb because it was inside a stuffed animal, huh? Yeah, first contradiction, blatantly obvious.
Objection!
So you say you saw the bomb's countdown, is that right? Of course, I clearly saw it counting down to 0. And I say that you are clearly lying. What are you talking about? There is no way you could have seen the bomb's timer. After all, the bomb was concealed inside a stuffed animal. Mr. Tonate, how could you claim to know the bomb was about to go off when you couldn't even see the timer? Yeah, but that... What? No! That does seem like a glaring inconsistency indeed. Witness, how do you explain this? Well, Ooh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You found a contradiction right off the bat. Always remember, Athena, when you find an inconsistency in a witness's testimony, there's always a reason behind it. It could be a lie, a hidden meaning, a secret, whatever it is, it's up to us to dig it out. And pointing out every contradiction we find is the best way to do it, right, boss? Now the question is, what can we dig out of Mr. Tonate? Well, let me see. No, there must be some mistake. Oh, yes, of course. I remember now. The sound. I knew because of the sound.
Sound? What sound?
When the timer of this type of bomb is switched on, it beeps softly. Beep, beep, beep. It is the sound of the bomb counting down.
A beeping noise, you say?
I suppose it would be possible to notice that, even with the bomb inside a stuffed animal. I simply made a mistake. My bad.
Objection!
How in the world did you hear such a tiny sound all the way from the gallery?
Listening for the sound of a bomb's timer is an integral part of my work. I constantly undergo training that I will never miss it. I hardly think training would help you hear something so soft from so far away. What now? Are you making light of the fine science of disarming bombs? It is a solemn mission that I put my life on the line to perform. What kind of specialist would I be if I could not hear a bomb's timer?
It's not like disassembling a toaster, you know.
Now he's just showing off. Keep asserting that the sound was too tiny to hear, but the only tiny thing here is your skill as a lawyer. Being suspicious is not an attractive quality, you know. And you're just overflowing with attractive qualities, aren't you? Well, perhaps you have some proof that Mr. Tennate did not hear the sound?
Well, no, but...
It still seems totally suspect. But it's going to be really hard to prove that he didn't hear something. If I have this correct, the prosecution's argument is that someone reactivated the bomb before it was brought into the courtroom. What I don't understand, Mr. Payne, is why you believe that person to be Miss Woods. That's simple, Your Honour. Mr. Tennate happened to be there when it happened.